Hello and welcome to Happy Cells and Souls. My name's Julie Powers and I'm a licensed Zumba instructor and I'm a business partner affiliate with the Juice Plus company. And my missions in life are to help people know that dancing through life is so much better and to inspire healthy living around the world. But my expanded mission is to create better health at the cellular level and more joy at the cellular level. Because we only get one body while we're here and we need to take care of it. And while we're here, we're supposed to be joyful and we're supposed to bring light and love into this world and make the world a better place. And also, we're supposed to have open minds and learn from everybody because everybody has a story to share. And that's what I get to do on this channel is share stories from people that I find fascinating, those people who bring light and love into the world, who just really impact the world in positive ways. And so my guest today is Veronica Santa Cruz, and I met Veronica while she was doing a presentation on energy healing. And it was a luncheon presentation. And while I was listening to her, I thought, I need to be closer to this person. Like, I could feel this light and love coming out of you, Veronica. And I just felt like what your natural gifts are were something that I was supposed to tap into. And I see that your screen just went off again. So we're going to have that a couple times and we'll just deal with it. And we just don't want to lose your beautiful face. But you are the mother of three. You are a loan officer.
Yes.
You're the owner of River Rose Energy Healing. You're co-owner of Rhapsody Juice Bar. You've also joined our broader team for inspiring healthy living around the world, with Juice Plus Tower Gardens. And you moved here when you were 2 years old from Mexico City, and you became a naturalized citizen for the United States. And so your children are, Americans when they were born. And this is a pretty big deal for your family. And so you have this great history through Mexico. And I love that you're here. And I would love to know more about your story. Like, how does a loan officer work as an energy healer? You got these numbers going on and everything's very structured and, corporate design. And then you've got this free flowing, in touch, very sensitive, intuitive side of you. How did that go? Tell us about it. Like, when did you know that you had this natural gift and how did you develop it and learn more about it?
Yeah. So, great question. How do they go together? Well, we'll talk a little bit about that here in a minute. So basically, my gifts have always been a little bit active since I was a child. So since I was a child, I had the ability to see color, see people's auras, very intuitive of what's going on around me. So it was something that I had as a child. As I grew older, they kind of quiet down a little, as you're going through so many different things throughout life, trauma, experiences, anything like that. Sometimes makes your body go into a reserve mode where you are just protecting yourself in a survival setting, right? So I went on with my life, ignored my gifts, just kind of put them in a little box and shoved them to the side and didn't pay attention to them. And I started working at a local bank, and I was actually going to school to become a teacher because I always have had that passion to help others. That's been my biggest thing, is I always want to help people grow, help them learn. Well, going to college, I decided to kind of switch career roles and kind of stay in the banking world. I've always been a number person, so numbers come to me easily. I can analyze situations, and I believe a lot of my abilities are being intuitive to the right thing and where to go and find the solution. So it really did help me in the banking world. Later in life, in my early 30s, I was doing a lot of inner healing, a lot of self-work, a lot of working through past trauma, being a mother, being a career woman, being a wife, etc. And as I started doing that, I started seen paths open for me, you know, doors, opportunities for more learning, where I had some amazing teachers that shown me the way to understand the energy flow, to understand how things in the universe, how things were made, etc. And that just continued. And then last year, I had an opportunity to spend the summer in Yucatan, and that was my biggest awakening summer of ever. I already was doing energy healing. That was still part of me, but I had an opportunity to meet with three specific Mayan shamans who showed me a little bit more of just the more I'm going to say Native American way of using energy healing, and to clear our flow and what it means to be healthy in the outside, but also in the inside. And so, so then it just kind of has melted into what I do. I work in a corporate job where, yes, it is very stressful. It's very black and white. This is what we do. But then the energy healing gives me the opposite, which I could still help people, right?
Mhm.
Heal. I can help them achieve their goals. And it has become a really, really good balance for me. And I feel that people are being placed in my path so that I can continue to do both and be
Right.
successful. Yeah.
So somebody watching this right now is
Yeah.
going to be like, energy healing, that's so woo-woo, that's just blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. You guys
Yeah.
are, freaky. So I just want to remind people that the way that the medical community works, we go in and we have brain scans. That's based on
Right.
the electric frequency and vibrations from our brains. We have
Correct.
EKGs that measure the frequency and vibration and energy levels in our hearts. We
Hmm.
have, MRIs, our magnetic resonance imaging. There's a
Yeah.
magnetic, an electric and energetic flow of energy in our bodies that's there, whether you
Exactly.
believe it or not. It's there. And that's how
Right.
a lot of health issues are diagnosed, is being able to scan that. And now
Right.
with greater sensitivity tools that the
Hmm.
medical community has, and all the scientific communities, they're able to measure these electric fields and energetic fields out 6 feet from the body,
Hmm.
even greater, with actual scientific tools. So it's not just woo woo, you feel something, you see colors, you do this.
Hmm.
No, it's real. You just have a greater sensitivity that you've developed to be able to
Hmm.
recognize what that is. And I so wish that I had what you have. And I know you keep telling me that I do. I just need to figure out how. But it's just so fascinating when someone like you is working on a person. Like for you, your hands get very hot. And
Hmm.
it's not like you are putting your hands in hot water or, heating them up before you start working on somebody, but your hands get very hot and the person can feel it even if you're this far away.
Yeah.
And so there's an energy exchange there. And so I just find it very fascinating. So your company for your energy healing is called River Rose Energy Healing.
Yes.
And you do Reiki.
Hmm.
Do you want to explain what that is in like one sentence, or like a real quick, like what is Reiki versus something else? And then I know that you use tuning forks to
Hmm.
align different frequencies for people, a lot of different things that you use. So you might want to sort of give a quick overview of each of the things that you are using currently in your work.
Yeah. So Reiki is a form of touch used. It's an old, very old healing system that just from Japan, and it has come. It basically has been brought back, if that makes sense.
Right.
There's a whole history on that. I truly encourage everybody to go read a little bit. It's beautiful. And what we do when anybody's doing a Reiki is it's not me healing, but using source, God, whatever you choose to believe in, to allow the energy to go through my hands into your 7 main chakras in your body. And our chakras are there's hundreds of chakras to our body, but there's 7 main ones that we typically try to focus on, and we try to get them back to the correct alignment for the right vibration. And so that's what Reiki does in a very short form. What I use with tuning forks also is another form of vibration, and down to the smallest our atoms in our body, they're all vibrational. So getting our body to vibrate in the right frequency is extremely important to heal your body, not only from disease, but stress, anything that your body is misaligned for. And then I also use essential oils, as you all know. I'm not advertising. Young Living is a great company I use, and those oils go deep into your body and they help heal. And even if it's just a little drop, that makes a huge difference in also the vibration. And kind of like oils vibrate in a specific frequency, plants vibrate in a frequency, we vibrate in a frequency. So all of it works together for an intimate healing for each person.
Well, and I think that people too, like maybe for somebody who's brand new to this information, like when you walk into a room, person listening to this right now, when you walk into a room and it's filled with strangers, you can usually get a feeling from the vibration in the room. If there's happiness going on, you feel it. If there's something very sad or someone's having an argument, even if you don't hear them having the argument, you can feel that tension. And that's the energy exchange. That's the vibration that's happening. So I just want people to be as open-minded as possible about this, to understand what we're talking about, that it's not some freaky thing, it's real.
Right. Yes.
And it's, all walks of life, all religions, everyone has energy in their body. So you mentioned that plants have an energy, and I have a lot of friends who are, very much about plant energy and eating those things that will bring more energy into your body. Do you want to talk about that and your thoughts on that and what you've learned?
Yeah, absolutely. So part of what I do is me and my business partner opened a juice bar, and this juice bar, the main focus of it is feeding your body the right nutrients. And so it starts off by, instead of choosing to eat a processed breakfast, right, which would be maybe like a muffin, right, from the store, you get an apple. And the difference is a muffin is dead, right? The vibration of that muffin is stale. There's very little nutrients to it because of the processing, but an apple still holds a lot of energy, earth vibration that was put on this earth to heal us, right? The creator created this apple. The universe created this apple to feed us. And so it's going to vibrate in a higher energy flow that's going to resonate with our body. So our body's going to take the flow of this apple and it's going to keep our vibration up, versus the muffin, right? The muffin has gluten, it has all this stuff that's going to make us sick and tired. So that itself is why I started the juice bar, is so that people could have a healthier version, a healthier way of, in the morning, if you're running late, get a cold pressed juice, with vegetables and apples and fruits or whatever you want to put in there, or a smoothie. And we go as organic as possible. I mean, with the world that we live in, it's not always possible anymore to get 100% organic, but we try to go as organic as possible in all of our fruits and vegetables, because we want to make it as close as possible. Now, one of the reasons I joined the Juice Plus community was I am in love with the tower garden. So the vision that we have is to have plenty of tower gardens to be able to flow the freshness to the juice bar in itself. Right. So That
Year
is a vision
round,
that we
year
have
round. Yeah.
year round.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
And your juice bar, it's called Rhapsody Juice Bar. And for
Mhm.
those people that might be watching this who are local, if you want to give the address of where it is when it's there permanently, but you take
Yeah.
the juice, it's a food truck, and you take
Yes.
the festivals and events in the area,
Yes.
maybe not as many during the winter, and it will
Right.
have kind of a stationary location. But if you want to talk about that,
Yeah. Absolutely. So it's located on 8th South A Street in Farmington, downtown. We have it right between the old Christian church and the big blue house, right in the middle. There is plenty of parking around. There is even a city parking on the side. We just have to take a little bit of a walk down the street. We are looking for a permanent location. So hopefully we'll have a location up and running 24, not 24/7, but you know what I mean?
right.
Monday through Saturday or something like that. And so we travel with the juice bar in itself to festivals. There's a lot of people out here in our world that one are gluten free. They cannot have processed food, and or they're
And
just
no
trying to live
sugar,
a
like
better.
the refined
Yep,
sugars. You guys don't
it
put the
refined
refined
sugar.
sugars in
No,
things. It's all
exactly. Mhm.
real fruit, real
It is.
vegetables, real stuff.
Yeah, we have, if it has gluten, if it has processed dyes, we don't include it. We are, our main focus is to heal the body. Because
Right.
if we can heal the body, our energy, which is our spirit, will also be happy and in peace and in balance. And so it all works together. This beautiful body that we have to maintain it as healthy as possible. And the best way for me to explain that is um, I'm just going to say myself, if I go and I have a fatty cheeseburger from a chain restaurant, I feel yucky afterwards. I feel drained. I feel tired. And the reason is I'm giving my body such a low vibration of food,
Mhm.
right? I don't feel good. I just want to go to sleep. I feel kind of yucky and cranky. Versus if I have a kale salad with arugula or whatever kind of vegetables I want in it, I feel great. I could go run a million miles if you know what I mean. Like speaking, right? Don't run a million miles, but but you know that
I only
vibration of
run
that
if my
salad.
life is in danger.
And that salad will immediately increase your body's vibration. It will make you happy, which means your spirit is happy, your soul is happy, your body is flowing in the right energetic feed. So that is the main goal, is to have a healthier alternative to what our world is full of processed food already.
Right. And God created these bodies for us, for our souls to walk around in while we're
Right.
here on earth. And so we have to be responsible for taking care of these meat suits,
Yeah.
that we inhabit. And there is so much science that shows that the body has an innate ability to heal itself,
Yes.
so much, the extreme capacity, if we just feed it the right things. And I don't just mean nutritionally. And some people may not have a gluten sensitivity and
Mhm.
all of that, but there are so many things. We feed it good water, we feed it good relationships, we feed it good movement, we feed it good
Mhm.
sleep. So there's so many things, and I know that you have a vision for
Mhm.
creating a larger community where there's more wellness. At some point there might
Mhm.
be a wellness center that sort of holds all of these things in one place, so that people
Yes.
can go and be restored and get back
Yes.
on track, but also
Mhm.
learn how to do it for yourself, so you're not
Yes.
relying on other people to take
Mhm.
care of your body. You're just using them for little, like, injections of of whatever it is
Yes.
that you need. And I don't mean injections, I mean
Right.
injections of the energy or good feeling, just having
Right.
those people, right,
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
that connect with you in the right ways.
Yeah, just someone to kind of guide you into the direction that you need. I think throughout our lives, we always need a coach, we always need a guider, we always need direction on where to get started. And so that's what I do. is, when I meet with someone is like, okay, what is your goal? Like, where do you want to see yourself? And it's not one time, here you go, you're saved from all bad energy and all bad nutrition. No, it is a lifelong journey. I've been working on my own healing for the last 7 years, really healing, right? Like before it was like, yeah, I'm okay. No, I'm holding it in, right? I'm not healing. I'm just pushing it to the side, putting it in a little box and
I
storing
can
it away,
relate to that.
right? And you're not really healing. But when you decide, okay, if I keep on putting everything in the little box, I hold my trauma in my stomach. When I get upset, it goes in my stomach. When I cry, I feel it in my stomach. All of my biggest emotions to me are my stomach. And guess what? That is what I had the biggest issues with, was like my stomach. I'd hold a lot of extra weight on my stomach. I'd hold a lot of stress in my stomach. I wouldn't eat, or I'd overeat. Everything was based on my stomach, because that's where I personally hold a lot of my stress and a lot of my emotion.
Mhm.
And so when I began healing, a big thing that started healing was my stomach, right? Started eating healthier. I started learning to feel the emotion, acknowledge it, listen to it, and learning to let it go, right? Learning to process the flow of energy. And so that is not something that happens from one day to the next. It takes years, and it continues into a lifetime. I mean, it's not something that you ever stop working on. It is something that we work on a daily basis, just like you
Right.
feed your body on a daily basis the right nutrition, and every single day you make the right choice. And if we fail, because we are human, if I decide, you know what, I really want a cheesy burger, I'm going to go have a cheesy burger because I want it. And that's what my body's asking. Later in the day, I'm like, okay, well, now I'm going to have to eat the best vibration, right?
Make
So
up the
no more,
difference, right?
yeah, I'm
Right.
human. I know what's good for me and what's not, and I still choose to have the fatty cheeseburger, and that's okay. Do
Right.
not hold that against you.
We all have our moments, and we
Yeah,
have our vices, and we all have our weaknesses.
yes,
And sometimes it's just a little bit harder or easier to make the shift the other direction. Veronica,
exactly.
we could talk for hours, but we're
Yeah.
already over 20 minutes, and
Oh,
so
wow.
it
Okay.
always flies by. If somebody wants to reach out to you, they could do that through Facebook, either through your Veronica Santa Cruz Facebook page or River Rose Energy Healing
That's right.
Facebook page, and just use Messenger or
Yes.
your phone number. And I will also include that phone number in the notes below this video. But if you want to give your phone number,
Yeah. So it's 573-880-3616, and you are more than welcome to text as well. That works just as well if you want to call or text.
all right. Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your story. And I hope that others are inspired to figure out what it is that they need to work on in their lives, and maybe seek out the person or the people, because it takes a village, who can feed your light, your energy, and your love, so that you can go out and shine it as brightly as possible, just like you do.
Perfect. Thank you guys, and thank you for the opportunity.